Hey everybody, welcome back to the Working Man's Whiskey. I'm Bobby. It's been a while since my last review, guys. I did record a St. Patty's Day review, but my phone wouldn't allow me to upload it and then went belly up completely. So, unfortunately, I did an entire review and it's been lost. But good news is I have a new phone and hope to get this train back rolling. And we're going to start back up today by talking about Old Forester Rye 100 Proof. And this was a recommendation by several people. Sorry if I'm leaving your name off of here, guys, but both KJ and my buddy Adam from the Whiskey Wasteland told me about this one. Highly recommended it. Adam reviewed this one already. If you guys haven't seen it yet, go check it out at the Whiskey Wasteland. Adam was very big on this. Old Forester Rye. It's the newest expression from Old Forester. I love Old Forester. Been around a long time. It's a Brown Forman product, and this is I believe the first new mash bill introduced by Brown Forman in well over 100 years. So pretty cool to see such an old company, just continue to evolve and adapt and put out another great product. This one here is the mash bill is a little bit different than usual. It's 65% rye, 20% malted barley, and 15% corn. And the reason behind that is that extra malted barley in the mash bill. Usually malted barley is much lower. I mean, it's usually somewhere between 4 and 12% in a mash bill for a rye whiskey. But the 20% is to help with the fermentation process. It's mainly to speed it along naturally, so they don't have to add anything artificial to help with that process. So, again, 65% rye in this whiskey, which is a nice, it's nice to see that instead of your average 51% rye mash bill rye whiskey. And Old Forester, to me, they always put out a very consistent product, whether it's the 100 proof bourbon. I've heard some people say that they find it to be inconsistent. I haven't found that to be true, but to each their own. But from that one to the Prohibition style to the Statesman, they put out some very, very good stuff. And when my buddy Adam reviewed this, I watched it, and like I said, he was very high on this, and he found some notes in this that you wouldn't necessarily usually find in a lot of whiskeys. He mentioned that he tasted red licorice, and when I heard that, I was like, "Oh, that's interesting. I've never had red licorice and got red licorice in a whiskey before." But when I finally got a bottle of this, guys, I've been looking for this for a while now. I've been to several stores asking them if they have this, if they're going to get this. And finally, Bottle Barn, about 2 weeks after I asked them about it, started stocking it. And went in there one day. It was $22.99, and I knew that I had to get this, guys. I mean, Old Forester always puts out, as I said, a very good product. And most of them, most of the bourbons, like the 86 proof is usually pretty low, about $16.99 around here. The 100 proof is usually about the same price as this, about 22, somewhere between 21 and 25 bucks around here. So when I saw this one being stocked at $22.99 before tax, I mean, to me that's a steal. I already had faith in Old Forester not let me down. And as you can see, guys, I've been enjoying this quite a bit. I got this bottle about 3 weeks ago now, and it's been my sipper lately. You know, it's I'll tell you more about it, but it has not disappointed. So let's see. Maybe I'll just read the back of the label here. I'm doing a lot of talking, so I'll read the back of the label, and then we'll get on to the review. So it says, in 1940, my great-grandfather, I don't know if it's Owsley Brown, acquired the Old Kentucky Distillery, and along with it, the Normandy Rye whiskey brand. After a 40-year absence, I am proud to reintroduce this historic rye recipe, which features our proprietary yeast, along with a mash bill of 65% rye, 20% malted barley, and 15% corn, creating a unique, spicy, and floral member of the Old Forester family. And that's from Campbell P. Brown, President, Old Forester. And I love the label, guys. Old Forester, that Old West, it looks like something you'd see in a saloon back in the old days. The raised writing on the actual bottle itself. Love the bottle. The one thing I will say is this has a screw top. For those who care, I don't personally care too much about the screw top, one way or the other. It's nice to have a cork. Just you get that cork pop sound from a freshly opened bottle, and it's that's nice, but not always necessary for me. It's a nice little icing on the cake, but not a deal breaker at all. So I think that's about it, guys. I'm just gonna give this a pour and see what we got here. Try to cut this review down a little bit because I know you guys don't want to hear me talk about about nothing for 20 minutes. So anyway, so and as you see, I have some water here, guys. I have not tried this yet with water, but for those of you who like water, like to put a little bit of water in your whiskey, I'll try it out just to tell you what I get. I don't usually add water because I think water is the devil, and no, water just to me has ruined some pretty darn good whiskeys in the past. Some of them do well with water, I will admit that, but others are best left well enough alone. So yeah, guys, we'll try it out. Maybe I'll give it a rating with or just neat, and then with water, just to see what the difference is. So anyway, take a look at it in the glass, guys. It's a solid amber color. It's not too dark, but it's not light either. I don't know what the age statement is on this. I think Old Forester, I know it's kind of a big range, but I think it's somewhere usually between like 4 and 7 years. I know that's a big gap, but if anybody knows what the age statement is on this, or if there is one, please let me know. But good whiskey's good whiskey, guys. So anyway, and it sticks to the glass pretty well. It's got a nice little bead all the way around. So it's got some good good viscosity to it, at least in the glass. We'll see how it is on the palate too. Okay, on the nose, guys. This is one that you have to try to maybe take notes. Every time you have a sip of this, I've as you can see, I've had quite a few sips of this, but I've been getting different things every time I pour a glass. So some of the notes that I get, though, you definitely get like a brown sugar type note to it, almost like a molasses type note. The rye, obviously, 65% rye in the mash bill, so it's got a little bit of spice to it. You get that rye spice right there up front. Something that you get in a lot of Brown-Forman products. banana. I get banana in this. And it's funny. It's some of you might know what I'm talking about. Uh, I'm probably confusing some people because I confuse myself sometimes, but I get almost like a wood furniture polish. Um, like just like a furniture polish that kind of borders on a banana note. It's funny. It goes from the wood furniture polish, kind of transitions into a banana, and from there, kind of that sweetness transitions into that red licorice that Adam was talking about in his review. Get some vanilla in there. Definitely a floral note to this. I definitely get, it's definitely and it's a different kind of note for, I don't know if it has anything to do with that that they'll bump up in malted barley in the mash bill, but it definitely has a bit more of a floral note than most rye whiskeys I've had in the past. And it's definitely unique. It's sweet. It's got some sweetness to it, but just very well balanced between the sweetness and the spiciness. Like a spicy wood note to it almost. The floral type note to it, vanilla. Let's take a sip, guys. And I'm going to start by saying that 100 proof will definitely sneak up on you. Starts off smooth, nice and, kind of starts sweet, moves to the back, gets spicy, and then that 100 proof just warms you all up, guys. It just, total warming sensation. And this is very good stuff. Love those higher proof whiskeys. It's still been, we're getting into spring now, but it's still been fairly cold out. It was raining today. It's supposed to rain most of the week. Especially during the cold months, the rainy months, something about a nice, high proof whiskey. As long as they're not just trying to, go crazy with the proofing without, most of the time, the higher proof kind of brings out more, just more character. Some people will try to overdo it and ruin a whiskey, but for the most part, this one here thrives at 100 proof. Definitely where it needs to be, in my opinion. Let's take another sip. And I don't know if it's part of that kind of floral thing going on, guys, but this has a bit of a botanical type note to it, like almost a juniper type note to it. As I said before, this just has so much going on. You keep on sipping this, and it's like, you're picking something new out all the time. And it's just a great whiskey, great value at $22.99, so it was like $24 and change out the door. Great value whiskey here. And Old Forester, as usual, does not disappoint. I will desecrate my whiskey with some water in just a second. But take one more little sip and then I'll give it a rating without the water. Yeah. That banana note / furniture polish, I've heard some people say that they don't care for it, but there's something about it, guys. It's like one of those kind of sense, whether it's smell or taste, that it's odd, but you enjoy it. I mean, it's uh, one of those things that just you can't explain it. The brain works in funny ways, um, but I really really enjoy that note because it's not overbearing. Um, it's just perfect. It complements the whiskey. That furniture polish slash banana, and then uh, going into that red licorice. Um, there's just a lot of good things going on. That brown sugar, wood, like a spicy wood note, vanilla, botanical note with the juniper, um, plus the rye. I mean, just that classic rye taste. It's just all around a very, very good whiskey. Um, and I'm really enjoying this one. And for those of you who enjoy a cocktail every now and then, or prefer a cocktail to drinking your whiskey neat, this would be a very good whiskey for a Manhattan, for an old fashioned, um, for a paper plane. I mean, the list goes on. This is going to be a very versatile whiskey. Um, I'm going to drink mine neat, but maybe if you guys make your cocktails usually with say Bullet Rye. Um, Sub it out, put some Old Forester rye in there, see what you think about it. I really, really enjoy this. This is very good whiskey. Um, Without water, at the price, for what it is, the quality, um, it's gonna get. This is gonna get a 91 out of 100. Um, I think that's a very solid score. Definitely, as far as rye whiskeys go, I enjoy this. This is going to be a regular for me. I really hope Old Forester isn't just doing this as a limited release. I hope this stays on the shelves. This is going to be probably my go-to rye whiskey for a while. Love rye whiskey, guys. There's a lot of good ones out there, but this one is up there. Up there. Really, really good. Kind of, I'd put this probably on the same level as, and it's another one that's very affordable. Rittenhouse Rye Bonded. If you guys haven't tried that one either, I reviewed that a long time ago. That one is another favorite, affordable rye whiskey. Very, very good stuff. And I think these whiskeys could go head to head with a lot of the more expensive ones. I love, one of my favorites is the Pikesville Rye. I think it's 112 proof. And that's one of my favorite rye whiskeys overall at any price. Old Forester Rye is going to be pretty darn close to that. And Pikesville, I love it, but it's almost double what this price is right here. Pikesville around here is right around $42 to $46, something like that. So we're talking double the price of Old Forester Rye. And I think this could go head to head with that one just about any day. So again, 91 out of 100. Going to try it with a little bit of water, and then I'll finish this review up. Just a little bit of water, guys. Not a whole lot at all. All right. I'll let that sit for just a minute. But this is one, guys, that my Uncle Jimmy, if you're watching, he's turning 60 later on this month. And I might bring a bottle of this Old Forester Rye because he makes some very good cocktails. He makes really good, especially Manhattans. He knows what he's doing. So I might see what he thinks about this one. Usually I think he uses Bullet Rye, but as I said before, I'd sub this out for sub this in, or sub out Bullet Rye, whatever. Any time for this. This is very, very good stuff. So, see what we have with a little bit of water here. And with water, guys, it's funny. it almost takes this. I know it's 65% rye in the mash bill, but it almost takes the spice away a little bit. I don't want to take the spice away. You know, I like that. I like that good rye coming through, but it definitely doles it down a little bit. I get more of that banana note coming through with the water in it. Um, and it smells good, but it's just okay compared to what it was. I don't know what I brought it down to, probably 90 something proof, but probably 90 proof. But I mean, I don't know. We'll see how it tastes. Still good. Definitely get more of the, that banana. Um, a little more of that like a brown sugar type note to it. But again, it took the rye down quite a bit. It's there, but not as much. When I'm drinking rye whiskey, I'm drinking it because it's rye. And, I want that in your face rye taste. And it was good as it was. I wouldn't recommend adding water to the, if you're going to do anything, add anything to this, that's when I make a cocktail. But don't just, I don't know. I mean, if you want water, go for it, guys. I shouldn't tell you what to do. Drink your whiskey how you want to drink it, but I don't prefer this with water. Before water, like I said, I gave it a 91. With water, I'm going to give this probably like an 87 with water in it, which is still a good score, but it changes the product. And this is, the way it was in the glass before I added water, the way they bottled it, I mean, that to me is how it was intended to be. So try it out, guys. I mean, you can experiment with this one for 22 to 25 bucks, whatever. It's one that you can kind of mess around with, make cocktails, add water if you want. Do what you want, guys. It's, don't let me or anybody else tell you how to drink your whiskey. There's no wrong way to drink whiskey. Do what makes you happy. So anyway, guys, that's going to do it for this one. I do want to make a special toast to my buddy Adam from the Whiskey Wasteland. Adam and his wife are expecting a baby, and really happy for you guys, Adam. I've got 2 daughters of my own, and I know that there's no happiness quite like that. It's just a different kind of happiness. Family is very important, and I know he's going to be a good dad, and baby is in good hands. So congrats to you and your wife, Adam. Really happy for you, and all the best, man. And I really hope that we see a new review sometime soon. I know you got a couple of things going on as far as whiskeys to be reviewed, so quit holding out on us. Get a review on here. And that's it for now, guys. That's going to do it. Please send Adam a congratulations. Subscribe to his channel. He's got a very good channel, and it's fun. It's kind of a brotherhood, I feel, a lot of these other reviewers. It's fun to watch their reviews, drink along with them. Hope everybody has one along with me as well. And yeah, guys, it's good to be back. So thank you for everything. Thank you for your patience. And that's going to do it for now, guys. 91. I'm just going to forget the water. The way it is in the bottle, guys, it's a 91 for me. That's a really good score. So that's going to do it for now. Hope to be back on here soon, guys. I've got quite a few more to review, and some special stuff coming up in the future. So you guys have a good night, a good week, and until next time, cheers.